I'm dressed in Honeybee clothing right now. We are a sustainable brand. We recycle and upcycle garments. I just wanted to share a bit more about my story and how Honeybee clothing came to part. I think before the glow there was a battle, and I was working in Johannesburg. I call myself a certified hustler. Like I'm a hard worker, and sometimes it's not to my detriment or not to my benefit. But I was working in Johannesburg in communities where I was teaching young kids how to sew fabric, and that meant I had to be in communities where there was a lot of waste and a lot of landfills and a lot of clothes just flying across every day. And it was one of those realities that made me realize that okay, there's something that needs to be spoken about with how do we make clothes and how do we teach kids how to sew with the clothes that we had. So we had donated fabrics, we had donated clothes, and we would convert that into something just for the lessons. But while that was happening, I also had very bad skin condition. I had breakouts, I was depressed, I was really going through it, and it was something that was a personal thing that was happening in my world, but I did not connect the two. Until I started realizing that fabric really, when we started stretching and when we started sewing, I started realizing there's chemicals within the fabric. And so the chemicals that we were using, and it was just a bit toxic, like when we had to shake out fabrics and when we had to, use those fabrics and turn them into bags. I realized that fast fashion fabrics equal heat, sweat, and breakouts. And this was us, with so much fabric and so much clothes, just learning how to turn them into these little, styles and turn them into something. And this was when I realized that okay, there's a topic here and there's a connection between skin irritation and the fabric that we're wearing. But we don't know this because it's fast fashion, and we don't know that it creates heat and breakouts. It made me realize that what I was going through, and also growing up, having hand-me-down clothes, I knew that Honeybee clothing was birthed from pain. It was birthed from seeing the reality of scarcity, going through these communities, being strong enough to teach in the community where kids would rather be in the streets, and then teaching them how to sew, but at the same time also being self-taught and also learning myself and my journey of what it means to feel beautiful in the clothes that I have, in the clothes that I wear, and how can I turn what I already have into something. This is where we started learning how to upcycle, starting to change the narrative, and the movement was born. We started upcycling fabrics. We turned curtains into bags. So these were sari fabrics and African print bags. We started getting inspiration from the fabrics to create phone pouches, and we started just creating a movement instead of just a product. And I'm very proud of that because it really came from scarcity, but it really came from the point of knowing that we can use the clothes that we have instead of try filter, having more clothes to feel more good, I just want to speak a bit about Honeybee and the growth of that. And what I saw within myself is that I was first the product before I had to sell the product. I had to go through that journey of understanding that I needed to slow down with the clothes. I needed to declutter. I did a whole lot of decluttering with my clothes, and I started learning that I needed to wear clothes that feel good for myself, feel good on my skin, make me feel good, and maybe they might not be trendy, but they make me just feel good. And so I took my experience from Joburg and I honored that into Honeybee clothing, where I wanted a slow fashion brand that honors the skin, the body, and the spirit. I wanted to speak more about the different skin types and how that can affect the clothes that we wear. So the best fabric for oily skin is definitely cotton, linen, bamboo. It's important to avoid a bit of polyester or lots of polyester, nylon and spandex. I know as women, when our bodies transform, we want to have spandex because it shapes our body, but what it really does is it irritates the skin. So it's important to just have breathable but absorbent fabric, and that's also natural. These fabrics for dry skin and sensitive skin is definitely bamboo, viscose. Tencel is really good, organic cotton, and then satin. Just wanted to talk about satin a bit with the pants and also with just wearing it, you know, whether in winter or in summer. Satin is a weave, it's not a fiber, and also it can be polyester or silk, yeah. So there are times like this one is a polyester satin because it was made from a curtain, but you can wear it still. It's very good because it's still a bit breathable. It's not as toxic as polyester. It has a bit more breath to it. It's soft, it's less friction, and you can wear it as a dress, you can wear it as a sarong, you can wear it just to cover that skin, you know, if you're feeling a bit of a breeze. And also, I want to say it's products like these that are made from underprivileged communities and from pain that really make me feel very proud of the growth of turning textile waste into fashionable taste. And now that I've carried that, I wanted to now share it with everyone because I know that we have a story in our closets now. You know, and I know our bodies change. I've seen my body change and it's still changing. And I want to wear clothes that embrace me gaining weight. Because sometimes we wear clothes because we want to look a certain size. But it's important to wear clothes that make us feel good. Just that's the main point, is to make us feel good. And how to dress more sustainably. Basically loving what you already have in your closet instead of buying something more just to feel good. So basically I love helping women redesign what they have in their wardrobe. And the first thing that I really think is very important is to invest in garments and good sleepwear. Like I love sleeping in satin, like because when I do sweat, it absorbs it, but when I'm also dry, it gives me the breath, it gives me a freedom in winter, you know, it just feels good to not feel tight all the time. But when there's winter time or when it's really cold, I love being covered in cotton pajamas because that just also gives me a breathable energy within how I sleep and within the fabric. And it's also too, it's important to replace clothes slowly. So, you know, we're in a world, especially as women, where we do a body transformation and we do a 360 change of our makeup overdo or all these things. But it's important to learn to declutter slowly and to learn how clothes feel on your skin, especially as we grow. Because I know the body that I had when I was 25 is not the body that I'm having now at age 31. And I like to transition with my body, and I want my clothes to transition with me. So it's a slow process of realizing that, okay, now my skin's a bit more sensitive now, and I just want to feel a bit more comfortable in my skin. When you declutter slow, you teach your body how to change with the clothes that you have, instead of going back to what you used to have as the clothes style, if that makes sense. In helping clients, I love to upcycle with creativity. So I go into the garments and ask what is your most favorite garment, the shirt or the dress that you never want to let go of, but you know that it doesn't fit you anymore. What is that garment that you want to hold on to but still maybe turn and convert it into something else? That's where the upcycling comes in. Lastly, focus on feeling good. It's so important to feel good, not looking trendy. Because as women, we are focused on trends, we are focused on styles, it's bombarded on us, but it's important to feel good. When you feel good, you're automatically trendy. And I can say that knowing with the limited clothes that I've had now, I don't have much clothes, but the clothes that I wear, it makes me feel good. and I love wearing them. I don't mind wearing them every day. So in closing, I just wanted to share what sustainability is overall. At the end of the day, it's beauty with heart. And I mean the heart, your heart, but also the art of clothes. The art of how you love your skin and love the skin that you're in, the way you love how to dress, or dressing like you love yourself, you know. The first cloth is our skin, and we need to learn how to wrap it with our second skincare, which is clothes. Fashion is your skincare. You need to wear your fashion the way you wear your products, or the way you take care of your skin. Sustainability, throughout the process, I've learned that it's self-respect, because it teaches you a little discipline not to jump into, you know, so many clothes or so many items. It teaches you how to be okay and satisfied with what you have, but using it to the best of your ability and making something out of nothing. And lastly, softness is power, because your skin is soft, and when you can wear clothes that soften your skin, wear clothes that make your skin breathable, there's power in that, especially as women. To wear soft, be soft, and feel soft. So I just want to say thank you. If you need a sustainable stylist and you want to just declutter your clothes and you don't know what to do with your clothes, or you don't know how to wear for your skin, please let me know. You can contact me, and I'd love to help you speak into your closet.
Nice. Can I ask a question?
Oh yes.
So if you come to my closet and I'm like, okay, I love this,
Yeah.
but it's no longer serving me size-wise,
Yeah.
and you say, well, this is what I can do. Do you have a recommendation what I can do with it,
Yes.
and then who can do it? Because
Yeah.
I can't sew.
So
Well, hold on, I choose not to.
No, it's fine. So I have a team that I'm growing that can upcycle the garment for you. So we'll measure your body, we'll measure what you want. We will work on this, you know, the style that you want to have with the garment that you have. So that is I think that's just the value, so that that garment that you're wearing has value to you, and it's designed specifically for you, and it will accommodate you. You know, it's not for your body to accommodate the garment, but the garment to accommodate you, so that you don't feel that you need to go into a certain size to wear this garment again. I think oftentimes that's what we do as women, is that we want to wear the clothes, and we change our body for the clothes, and I don't like that feeling. I've seen it with myself, and that's why I like to wear stuff that's a bit loose here, because there are days where I just don't, I want to eat a burger, and I don't want to feel, you know, constricted. So it's that upcycling method that, you know, whether you have a jean, as you saw, we open that up. We open, you know, there's so many things. It's very exciting.
Yes.
So yeah.
So you will come in and I'll say, like, I like this,
Yes.
what can we do with it? And you'll
Yes.
give us ideas of what to do with it, and then your team will
change it, and yeah.
Amazing, right?
Make
And
a
we'll add the
handbag on of it.
Yeah, make a handbag of the same garment.
Yeah, that's incredible.
We'll
Or
add the
little self-imposed.
fabric, or we'll combine it with another fabric that you have. You know, we'll stylize it for you, and then also maybe just declutter other stuff that you don't really need, that you think you need, but you don't need. And then what we do with that is we can turn those into bags, turn those into little cloths, or, you know, just so that it's something presentable and meaningful. But it may not be something to wear anymore.
And it's not just laying in
And
your
it's
cupboard
not
for
just-
years.
yeah.
Because you want to get back in that size, but it's never
Yeah.
going to happen. But you're paying so much for that dress, and you're not going to let it go. You're very young. To hear that there are young people out there with this type of vision
And passion.
and passion that we don't see often.
And your service cost to come into a house and do
Oh
that?
yes. So I spend like 5 hours plus in your house, and that's 1,500. It also comes with one garment change. So whatever garment that you want, we take that, and then I come back with it and give it to you.
Okay.
And then within the 5 hours, we just talk. It's scheduled accordingly on the decluttering, the size or the style that you're in now, the body that you're in now. There's a whole transformation that happens, because it's about also letting go, and then now learning to have the clothes that remain with you to be sustainable. And so if these clothes are now the ones that we choose, where do we go with it now? And how do we capsule your wardrobe? What do we mix it with? How do we style your top now with your jean now? You know, how that kind of thing.
Oh, that's exciting.
Absolutely brilliant. Well done. Well done. That's incredible.
It is,
Yeah,
very
incredible.